These platforms can be seen to see. So now the frequencies are actually similar, but you can see the same on different channels. Such a video. Okay, so after talking about these, we will actually vocals of heavy programs to drive a program room. One of the sad news from before is that my Carlo, this video is gone. So I re-recorded another episode, so everyone must do. You want 3 connections, you must like more, and put more coins, and then let me do this, more. Wounded heart, this 1 by 1 comforted. Okay, let's go to this card first. Look at Caro-Kanns. In fact, people have been asking, what's the difference between Caro-Kann and Zixi? What about this difference? Although it is just the difference of ice, one difference between an ice punch C5 and C6, but there's such a big difference. Okay, we all know that C5 goes through CC, right? Then Caro-Kann is different. CC is after charging E4, black is only for C6. So what was he thinking? In fact, his thinking is still somewhat similar to CC. They all want to take the opportunity to use this soldier to replace the neutral disease. What do you mean, for example? Let's see. If we go, so this is the third variation I'm going to talk about. And the third variation is going for this, then punch this. Then at this time, if the white chess eats it, black eats. So does this create A? There are 2 players in the middle of black chess. But what about the middle of the white porcelain? There is only 1 soldier left. So it's actually this Caro-Kann, 1 of black, the main idea. That is to say, exchange the border soldiers for 1 meter, it's the same, right? Okay, let's take a look. What exactly does Caro-Kann have with CC different place? Or which ones have their own? What are some unique places? Okay, first point. After the 4th rush, white has many ways. I said just now that you can also go to the 4th, right? Then, let's not rush the troops for now. Shall we dance first? It's like a normal desperate start. We can do the vault first. Vault F3. Then this time, what I just said, this C soldier. Do you want to protect this D soldier and rush forward? So this is actually the idea. At this time, it's fully manifested. So what about black chess at this time? No other pieces will be moved. Can't vault or come out. There is nothing like it can come out. And directly top the 5th. And after this chess rush up, in fact, the pressure test for white chess is still very large, because white chess has no choice but to replace it, or what? Hey, why don't you protect the marksmanship, right? So this time, if you replace it directly, in fact, for white shoes, this is a facts prevail. Why is that? Because his 2 horse prints stand in the middle. Very good, very stable. The control of the center is also very, there is a threat, right? What about black? If you really change it like this, it's actually not a big problem. Why? Because he is next. Can you enter another rework, or you can rework it at this time? What about this time? On the spectrum, we will talk about a spectrum trick today. How about an exchange first? After the exchange, use the camera to pin it down. So what's happening here? Show the photo first. Then control the horses of the white flag. Don't let the white flag horses pose some threat to the center, because we all know when the pinning is done. In fact, if so, the threat to the center is reduced, because the horse can't move, right? So what can only happen? He's not powered on again, or this time? Can you make a picture of this first? Let the image go back. If the horse hits again, then at this time, the black ball will find if I use the image again at this time, maybe it's like this. Do you value comebacks? Comeback this too much. You see, this image has moved 3 times. How about replacing it directly? How about this? Although it looks white, one of the 3 pieces has been played. After a horse, a soldier, black took the initiative. But black can still be fast. It's good to counterattack from the center, vault up and down first. Then rush 16. What about this time? Just put the key here. Still a very, very safe, right? Then you can divide and then, or go out. Then, for example, after C7, what is the C7 actually doing? Looking for a long shift. Because at this time we are optimistic. The C6 soldier has come out. This is the first to come out, right? Then, in desperation, I can only let the horse jump B7. Horse B7 can be followed by vault B6. Is this the problem? So the second time we're not going to do the vault, let's rush the troops. In fact, what about this variant? It's probably the most common one I think you've sides are actually very military at this time. Then black can, for example, seek a choke. That's right, horse, b6. And then after that, there might be a chance to jump to this point, c4 or a5 after leaving. Then pull it out, b5. a6. There are more of these kinds of situations. More. Okay, so this is the second variant. The second variant is actually more closed. Did you see that it's actually quite pressed here? Then for the white death, are these 2 points still not working? But say he believed that continue to concern, the current black pavilion is still relatively smooth. This is the second variant. The third variant, that is to say these now are. In fact, it has just been. In fact, it's not to build at us. Already revealed some, that is to say. When you finish fifth, we don't press how we exchange directly. Then even black is exchanged, so it's actually going against black, exactly what he wanted. Why is that? Because at this time, hey, aren't these two soldiers already in the middle? The purpose of the c6 soldier's charge, isn't that so? Right? Okay, so that's it. Then fight the third horse c6. After rushing c3, after c7, after c7, this is actually very important, I'll tell you why. Okay, jump the horse and rush the soldier to the left. Come up and eat 6 after eating. The second stormtrooper eats and eats. So why is his host t7 so important? Well, actually, as I said just now, just treat this like a chance to bounce up, right? And look at this time. In fact, if he had white shoes that, if you don't hit this direction, if you don't type this then. In fact, he can also give black chess. What situation has been created? Create an after, like go to 7th. You can go one longer. And that's what the post-mortem is really about. Since he finished fighting like this, we're about to exchange words. Then you look at black. Can card the floor drain at this location and can protect 1 or 5 and rush forward? If you really exchange horses like this, 1 or 5 horses can also be protected. Very safe, very safe. 1 river, 1 shop, 1 eat monkeys, 7th delicious food. Then at this time for the black rise, it can be displaced on both sides, but because this is missing, this soldier on the C line, then in this way, he may be a little bit of a king to succeed the throne. It's kind of like a beam on the head, right? Then definitely vault f6 after a short shift. So what is the f6 actually doing? Looking for a short shift. Such a thing. Okay, then c2 gets through Juxian, right? And then the net shifts. So that's the third variant. Will you find the third one after the exchange? In fact, white was the first to change the item. First to c4, then replace it with number 6. The white grid direction here is the previous direction, b5, then replace it with number 7. And will you find it all? They are all used after eating this. The first experiences from this, what do you think? First, after c7, right? Use the album first. After not coming up, eat this phase after use. Then after passing such a general eat again, eat this box after using this. What about after this? Plays a series of roles here. You like to eat, later, eat again. It's all a process like this, right? Okay, so what's the point of saying so much? I mean this. In fact, this open convenience in Caro-Kann, it will be really open in the end. That is to say, he mainly changes troops. For example, the first variant and the third variant. He is a so-called open-minded person. You can see that there is actually an open line at this time and 2 more semi-open lines. Right, so like the first one? The first variant? Like the horse f3. In the end. In the end, 2 Banhai defense lines were open, and this is actually even more remarkable. I think although it is the closed one, and that convenience is the second variant. Although closed, let me take a walk. Although this side is closed, it is this change. But in the back, if this soldier really comes up. Okay, after really rushing to c5, he can also choose to change. After the change, a line was opened. It's an open line. Then if he really doesn't change it, is it okay to press c4? In fact, it is also possible. It just presses the machine even more. After leaving f1, then maybe black will seek a way to the attack on the b5 side. Both are possible. So that's it. Caro-Kann is very, very crucial to the use of force. One thing at a time. Ice is an important dose of Caro-Kann, unlike other, maybe some, like Scotland, or something like that. In fact, many of them start with ice, very powerful. But especially ice like this, Caro-Kann, right? You have to think about how this kind of joint force goes, how to protect. Then you can break this type of soldier through any soldier. That's what you have to consider. This might be. There can't be such soldiers in Scotland. There can be no such 4-joint soldiers, right? Right? So there you have it. That is to say, everyone can. Do you have a preliminary understanding of the gentleman? What is closed and what is open? So what about the back? I'm going to be out in 2 more issues of this Caro-Kann detailed explanation. Talk about the back, like B, B14, B16. So what about these 3? Now, in fact, it is still relatively, it's B10 to B12. It's like a variant at first, okay? So friends who like my video, help me video, like coin, favorite, sharing. I'll be in that live stream later, or yeah? Dynamic inside announce. These situations of this competition, including the group meeting, will also be announced. Everyone can join the group, the last QQ group and WeChat group can be used, okay? Then put it all in that profile. You can also see how to add it. Okay, see you next time. Bye.